June the 10th, we'll be flying to the Philippines. Pastor Chad Beck will be flying with me. He'll be there for 2 weeks. The following week, Dr. Andy Wisner of New Life Baptist Church will be joining us there in the Philippines. June the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, we'll be holding our 3-day Pastors Conference. This will be our 3rd annual Pastors Conference in the Philippines. This will be our first 3-day conference. Thursday and Friday will be dedicated just to the Bible Expositors Seminary students. We'll have 11 students that will be coming for those 2 days, and Brother Chad and Dr. Andy will be training pastors those 2 days. On Saturday, we're extending the conference to have total of 25 pastors. I'll have one speaking session, and the other sessions will be conducted by Pastor Chad Beck and Pastor Andy Wisner. So it's a real joy and blessing to have those brothers going with us. The only difference this year than the previous years is that I have a one-way ticket. On June the 10th, I will fly there, and there's no provision to come back. It's my hope, my goal, that maybe next spring I'll be able to come back, do a tour here, some speaking engagements, and give some updates of what's going on, maybe even solicit support to further our work. One of the concerns that I keep getting asked is, well, you know, Barry, you haven't met your support goals, so, you know, are you still going? Well, yes, we are going. The time frame hasn't changed, and the mission assignment hasn't changed. So despite the fact that we are about 30% on our relocation budget, and we're only at about 25% of the monthly support needs, we still decided that we would go ahead and go anyway. We're just trusting the Lord to work between now and then, and or also to make provision for us while we're over there. So what does that mean? Well, that simply means that we're going to be limited in what we can do. All our original goals, we'll have to rethink them. It was our hope and prayer to be able to support one church plant there. That is to rent or lease one building for 1 year for a church plant. That would give some support also to a pastor. It would actually give him a place to live, a pastor and his family. And it would provide a living place also for an intern that could work in the church, who maybe in a year or two would become a church planter for us. So at this point in time, that's going to be off the agenda. Secondly, we're going to have to eliminate our self-sufficiency fund. Our goal was to take any leftovers that we had and pour into a self-sufficiency fund that would help get the pastors a means to make some income on their own, and kind of a no-interest loan in which they could use to make their own income and get up on their feet and pay the loan back. Well, that's not going to happen either. So we're going to be limiting ourselves now, it appears, unless the Lord changes things, to mentorship and training of the 11 pastors of Bible Expositors Seminary and evangelism work to build up Cross Bible Church. Just continue to pray for us. We really appreciate your prayers in the coming months. The next 2 months are going to be very hectic for us. Work continues even now, continuing to develop curriculum for our 2nd year of the Masters of Divinity. So most of the students will be starting their just now getting started in their 1st year. Work will be going on to the 2nd year of Masters of Divinity. Appreciate your prayers while we're over there. We'll actually be on the island of Mindanao. If you look at the Philippines, look down at the bottom of the Philippines. There's a big fat island on the bottom, and kind of a round-looking island. That's where we're going to be. If you're up on what goes on in the Philippines, this is also the home to the Muslim separatists that are out in the west, and there's also an active element of the National People's Army. They are Maoist communist rebels there. So really appreciate your prayers there. We're hoping that the Lord will just pour out His Spirit upon the pastors. We are praying that we'll have an impact in evangelism. We're hoping that this will lead to some good, strong, solid, theologically deep church plants, and have long-term vision, because this is a great jumping off point for the rest of Asia. China, Indonesia, Japan, all of these are the neighbors of the Philippines. So just keep us in your prayers between now and June the 10th as we prepare to go. God bless you, to those of you who have been praying for us, and for those of us who have been supporting us. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much.